Good morning, folks. Welcome to Vibe Time. I have kicked off a little early. 1 minute early. Not that big a deal. Hey, so give me some thumbs up. Give me a little bit of a g'day, some loves, some likes, etc. If you're on the call right now. Excuse me. Oh, welcome. One person so far. I'm just gonna give this a little bit more time before we kick into it. It's not quite 11:11. You'll know it is, especially if you're watching the recording. There'll be like a little glitch. It'll go pop. Amy, hello. How are you? Christopher is on board. Linz is on board. G'day. Hello, Linz. Here we go. It's 11:11 on the banger, which is means it's time to kick into action. So, okay, as per usual, our intention is to stretch out this 11:11 portal that we just stepped into right now. We're going to stretch that out for as long as we need to in today's session. So just let me just take a moment to center in and just really key into what it is that I want to share with you today. Yeah. Cool. Great. So what we really want to share with you today is that, well, firstly, I placed a message this week, which was more sort of like, a bit of a fun joke message, and I was curious as to how many people were resonating with it, and really surprised at the response that I got, that so many people are actually a little bit challenged in their sleep cycles at the moment. So what we want to facilitate for you today, and what I want to have a brief chat about, is just being able to gain a greater level of control and a greater level of say in how you bring through and anchor the light codes that you're anchoring for humanity. So the reality is that you all came into this group because you were already doing this work to a certain extent, right? And really coming in here gives you a community and gives you a weekly opportunity to refine that to a certain extent, right? And the codes that are starting to come through for the group are really quite large. Like, a lot of people here are anchoring some very big frequencies, and collectively we're anchoring some epic frequencies. So what I want to do today, there's a few things I want to do. I want to talk about how you can, I guess, have a little bit more say in how that happens for you, because ultimately you are a self-sovereign being, and you are the one here anchoring these codes. So in this, and the other thing that we really want to do, and the Arcturian Council of Nine have really chipped in quite a few times for me this morning in the lead up to this, telling me that it's important today to facilitate a healing. So I've been doing a lot of healing work on myself of late. I've had to. And it's because I've been feeling really quite in demand as a result of all of what's going on the planet from a planetary perspective, but also in relativity to my clients, and a massive creative output, which I think a lot of you would be resonating with at the moment. And that creative output for us, for people like us, for starseeds and light workers and impact-driven business owners and leaders who are running businesses that are an extension of their spiritual self, what we create differently to other people, right? We don't manufacture stuff; we channel it. And you're starting, if you didn't already know this from being in this group, you're starting to get an idea of this in your creativity. Just by a show of hands or just a yes, how many people here have noticed since you've been in this group that your creative energy has just spiraled upward? It's gone bananas. How many people here have noticed a lift and enhancement in your creative energy, in your channel, in your flow? Either things like, you're creating programs, or you're feeling more inspired about creating products and services, or there's artwork starting to come through for you, or you're starting to tone or to tune into light languages and these kind of things. Just give me a yes, or just give me some sort of response, a yes in the box, in the comments box, just to let me know if that's you. And there's been a creative, yeah, cool. Yes, awesome, yeah. So this is essentially your channel opening. So what happens is that as we're channeling more and more of these codes, especially if we sort of really let that channel take us, as opposed to telling that channel how we want it to happen, it can actually place a little bit of pressure on us. Now, especially if you're like, if you're like me and you're a bit of a creative force and you just fucking love creating stuff, it's like when the channel opens, we go, yeehaw! We jump on board and go for it. But sometimes that is actually an extension of our willful ego wanting to be a part of it so much, right? So one of the first keys that I want to give you is that you need to relax into that creative energy as it comes through. Don't force it into full throttle. Let it take you, and be conscious of where you are pushing yourself too hard because you're accessing the channel. Because what happens is that actually starts to, damage isn't the right word, but what it does is it places a bit of pressure on your chakra system and on your energy system, which then means that you then have to recover, all right? And so I've been doing a bit of healing work on myself of late, being very focused on keeping my chakra system more balanced than ever, working on doing some healing work with the webbing around the cones of my chakras, specifically because there's been a massive amount of creative energy and creative prana that I've been channeling. So, and my feeling is that some of you are actually probably having the same experience, right? So, so what happens is that when you go to sleep, if you don't actually make a point of saying, "Hey, I'm ready to sleep now," I wish to sleep now, and you take that same intention into your sleep, and your day just folds into your sleep, it's going to play out in your sleep, yeah. And so what I want to do is I just want to share with you a few sort of keys around that, and also I want to do some healing work with you. I've been told that today is less about activation, more about doing some good solid healing and integration work. And then off the back of that, we're going to be given this kind of space or moment for us to access what we each need individually for ourselves and for the planet, and that will be the frequency that we anchor today. So the focus isn't so much on willfully anchoring any frequencies. What we're working on today is actually there's a bit of a theme going on in the vibe times at the moment. What we're working on today is self and then receiving, right? So that we're taking the will out of it, And I'm also conscious in the way that I teach, sometimes it can inspire will in people because I'm a bit of a fire hydrant, but please know that that comes from me receiving a lot, and so just because I guess the way I speak and the way I motivate you is high energy and high inspiration and high motivation, I want that what my intention is to you. But what is not my intention is to push you into pushing yourself, right? So this is all about your journey. This is all about you receiving. One of my clients in the Mastery Matrix group yesterday, who I'm doing some dedicated work with, she's going through a process of she's stepping into freedom frequency really, really rapidly. Like together we are dissolving a lot of lower vibrational distortions and coding that's been holding her back from being her free self. In that process, though, she was experiencing this same sort of thing, a lot of energy. And what it is it's kind of like if we feel like we've been held back for a while, then all of a sudden we're free. We're kind of like, cool, go for it, bang. And we really, if you are a creative force, you will start to will things. And that is actually taking a little bit of the coding of non-freedom with you into freedom. Humanity is essentially within a constrained grid of what you could call, a mentor of mine, Gabby Kowalski, refers to as slave coding, right? So I've experienced the other side of that slave grid into pure freedom, and I can assure you, it's such a huge dose of freedom. It took me 5 minutes to work out what the feeling was I was experiencing, and then I went, holy shit, that's freedom. That's how distance, to a certain extent, our conscious experience is from freedom, like pure freedom. All right. So it's a similar sort of process for you. You're shedding a lot of stuff, and what's happening is that, you know, as you're shedding it and your channel is opening, you're stepping out into it, but there's this willful energy that's coming with it, and my feeling is that has a massive influence on your ability to stabilize yourself, look after yourself, sleep, these kind of things, right? So that's what we want to focus on today. Give me a yes in the comments box if it's resonating for you and this is sounding helpful and you're excited about today. Surrender personal will to the divine is my life mantra, otherwise known as use me, Jesus. Oh, you crack me up, Phoenix. Helen Dunn is watching. Hey, Melissa Arnott. Hey, Campbell. Yes, I've let things ground first before putting it into the world. Yeah, Lynn's is a yes. Amy is a yes. Awesome. Great, give me a yes. Yeses, lots of yeses coming through. Brilliant, awesome, cool. So just give me a moment to sit with this for a tick. Cool. So we're going into the healing first. Let's start there. Great. Just going to use a bit of light language to set this up. Yo, yo, yeah, yeah. Nahara hanonya ne kikira hati, kikira hananya ne mewa na ara hanono koto roho toko ya eke kete wahananya ne wahamanu uru hotoko nyene ene ara hananya ne kikira te ate o yo yo yo. Awesome. Good. Let's close your eyes, bring all of your attention, all of your awareness and all of your focus into your heart and your heart energy center, into your physical heart, into your body, into your being, into your channel. Close your eyes, take a deep breath. And we want you just to hold, and all you need to do for the duration of receiving this healing work is you just need to focus on, just meditate on one thing. And it's like being in the balance point of your heart. This is something that we've mentioned quite a few times through the work that we're doing with Heath, is that the center of your heart is the center of a toroidal field, portal into your divine. It's also a singularity, so it's a still place beyond duality from which all possibility can make manifest. And so it's really important that you understand that your journey in life and your journey as a light worker and as a channel for divine frequencies through your services, your products, your gifts, your skills, your traits, your creativity, that your journey is actually about living from this point, from this balance point. It's when you yourself start to drift out of this balance point into duality that you start to get rocked around in the weather system of your life, right? So if you can imagine that this center point in your heart is the center of a toroidal field of ever-ascending frequencies of divine love and light. That's it, good. And just find your center in it. It's like, imagine being in the eye of a massive hurricane and you're right in the middle of it, where everything is absolutely still. And that is your meditation. We want you to hold that while we do some work on you. Let's go. Awesome. Nahara nanya ne kikere he e awaha no koroko to tumuningani ne kiri ahana ha pe keke wahato kia te oi. Cool. Awesome. Yay. Beautiful. Now imagine yourself dreaming and drifting and dropping and flowing deep into the center of the earth, aligning your heart center, that point of balance, with the point of balance at the center of the earth. The earth itself has its own toroidal field that's being generated from the very center of its being as well. Just align yours with that. There we go. Beautiful. You got it. Yay. Awesome. Locking it in. Stay in the center of it. That's it. Imagine yourself being held in the center of the earth in its crystalline core, as if you're being held in a womb. Just notice yourself floating there. And if you feel this center point, this balance point in your heart center sort of moves out of alignment with the earth, just notice how gently, through just the tiniest amount of will, you can bring it back in. That's it. Great. Beautiful. Now just receive. Just receive. Just receive. That's it. Great. Good, 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 good. Your only is just breathing into that center, in your heart center, in the center of the earth, and just receive. You might even want to just say the words gently in your head. I receive. I receive. And then let them fade out and just receive. There we go. Beautiful. Beautiful. Awesome. Yeah. Good. You got it. You got it, gang. You got it. Notice how gentle that is. Gentle but powerful. Really, really powerful. You got it. That's it. Good, 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 good. Well done. Awesome work. Good work. Yay. Good. Excellent. Beautiful. Good, 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 good. That's it. Keep going, keep going. Just receive, just receive, just receive. That's it. Great. You got it. Beautiful. Well done. Well done. I just want you to stay in that receptive space while I talk to you a little bit about receiving downloads, upgrades, codes, all this kind of stuff. Cool. Ultimately, at the core of it, you are in control. And when we say control, we don't necessarily mean from a sense of, we don't necessarily mean from an egoic sense of trying to control your experience. But you are the power center, the consciousness, focused point of consciousness from which the free will of how this can occur, how this creation and how this unfolding and this evolution that you're going through can occur, right? Your free will has say in that, you know? So what we want you to do is, just before bed, we want you to take a moment and tune into your soul, tune into your higher consciousness, tune into your guides, and just simply state that, firstly, tune into whether you actually want to, like really want to receive upgrades and downloads and you know, light codes and all these kind of things. Do you want to receive them? You know? And if you don't, then just simply politely say, this evening, I just wish to have a very, very deep sleep, and just let me sleep without any necessary upgrades, without any codes, without downloading any and all codes. Just let me sleep. You can request that your channel be closed, that your aura be closed, that your that your crown be closed, and that you be supported in having deep, deep, deep sleep. Because it's not all about channeling. You've got to balance this stuff with integration. That's one tip. Another tip that we have for you is this. If you're finding yourself downloading these codes at night, it's probably because finally you've stopped doing something else during the day, right? Find time during the day to channel this coding. Go into nature. Go and get your feet in water. Go and get your body in water. Go and get your hands in dirt with the intention of channeling through whatever it is that you need to channel through for the planet, anything you need to channel through for yourself, receiving any upgrades, any downloads, any new coding. Do it out in nature, do it in the day, do it during your work. Yeah? And the other thing that you can say is that if you are willing to receive them at night, because I like being worked on at night, I do. I really do like being worked on at night. But I have very simple agreements with my guides around how I like to be worked on. And, I just simply say, hey, look, I open myself to receive whatever upgrades are necessary. Just channel them through in a way that I can still have a very deep, uninterrupted, beautiful, nurturing, energizing, vitalizing sleep. And ever since I started doing that, I started sleeping so much better. The reality is that there's a lot more to this process, than what I'm teaching you here in Vibe Time. Like, really, if you want to master this stuff, there is systems, there's education that you need around it to understand the practices and the protocols. You need to set up protocols. You need to essentially start walking down the path of consciously mastering conscious channeling, specifically to channel into creative pursuits, business pursuits, services, these kind of things. Like there's methods, and it's not something I can teach you in half an hour on Vibe Time. Yeah. Cool. There we go. Beautiful. Awesome. Great. Awesome. Excellent. Coming back into the room, taking a deep breath. And I'm curious, what did you notice? What happened? How are you feeling? If you could share that in the comments box, that'd be great. What did you notice? What happened? What happened? In the comments box. What did you notice? What happened? What's different? It's still a fair bit shifting there. That's it. Cool. What did you notice? What happened? Energized abs. Feeling very calm and peaceful, says Lynn's. Awesome. Yay. Yeah, it was very nurturing and like being in your center this is the thing. When we're over energized, or we're under energized, or where life is rocking us and throwing us around, it doesn't matter whether it's like relationships, work, our light work, whatever. The reality is that we're out of our center, and to be in our center, which is where the real power is actually really calm and still. Massive heart expansion and peace. I feel connected with the world as an observer, says Brooke. Stillness and serenity. Who is that? Alex. I feel like the sun is coming from my chest. Yay! What What else have we got here? Feeling really good, but transmission got interrupted and you just finished, so I'm not sure what happened in between. That's all right. Very relaxed and content. Feelings of clarity and unconditional love. Colin says calming and purple about me. Phoenix says calm and peace. Helen says I have to look at the replay. It was great, gentle, heart peace. Then I experienced lots of transmission. Yeah. Feeling grounded and rested, says Len. Energized yet calm and peaceful at the same time, says Len's. Beautiful. Awesome. Yay. Yeah. So, I think there's two kind of concurrent themes here around around what's going on for everybody here. Is that we need to get more into our center, and it's less about being willful in the work that we do and more about receiving it. At the end of the day, you're not even doing the work anyway. It's Source and your soul family. And your 12th dimensional soul family, and your soul family, and your soul, and your higher consciousness, and co-creating it through you. So at the end of the day, the more will that you can extract from it, and the more you can receive, the more you become an open and clear channel. And what you'll notice is that it's not as it has been for you. So that's one element to today. The other element is that, just to understand that your free will has a say in how you receive and integrate this work, and if it's starting to affect your sleep, then you need to have a good word with your soul and with your guides and and with the energies that you're bringing through, just to let them know, hey, this is how I actually want it to roll. Golden light surrounding me, deep, want to stay there, hands moving, receiving light, energized. Yep, channel is opening. That's your soul master characteristics starting to reveal themselves through embodiment work and healing arts, channeling through your body, Louise. Helen Dunn loved the bit about the center of our heart. Beautiful. Awesome. Yay. Good stuff, folks. So as I said, and a little bit before, when we were just talking before, I think the real key here is that, there's only so much I can teach you in this group, There's only so much I can teach you in this group. I would love to teach you more about conscious channeling. I would love to teach you more about the specific source codes that you yourself are here to channel for humanity, and how that fits into your vision and your mission. I'd love to help you set up specific protocols for setting up spiritual guidance teams and being able to work with them in very specific ways, so that you are an equal with your spirit guides, and you can start to channel that through into soul-aligned products, services, creativity, these kind of things. I'd love to teach you more about that. I've got a program that I've got coming up in June, so it starts in a couple of months' time. It's called Align with Destiny. It is specifically a program for impact-driven creatives, business people, business owners, and leaders, people who are really serious about opening their channel and aligning their business with what their soul really came here to do. The intention is to help you become a vibrational match for your highest timeline of limitless potential and purposeful service in the world, And so that is there's two components to that. There's kind of like a how-to, and then there's a being component. And so this program is about raising your vibration to become a match for that, and learning all of the protocols and systems in place, pretty much all the ninja tricks that I use, to be able to systemize that and create formats and functions and structures and routines that becomes a practice, so that it becomes fully integrated for you and something you can just turn on and off at will. So it's a great program. It's coming up in June. If you're curious about what it might be like to do some work with me, it's really simple. Just book in for a free 20-minute insight call, and I'll assess if and how I can help you out. Otherwise, I'll still see you in the group. You can pose questions in here. I'm more than happy to help. So yeah, I want you to take that out into the world today, folks. I want you to take that out into the world today, and I want you to just notice how in your center you can be, and your center being your heart, and how much you can just maintain that calm, relax more and more into it. You'll feel that it doesn't require much will at all, and then there'll be no will there whatsoever, and you just receive and be a really, really, really clear channel for your creativity, So hopefully that's been really helpful. Yeah, keep an eye out. I'll be letting you guys know about the Align with Destiny program kicking off soon. Otherwise, if you want to book in for one of those free 20-minute insight calls, it's really simple. Just actually don't mention it in the comment box below, because there'll be a lot of comments. Do me a favor, private message me, and we'll arrange a chat. Look, I hope you guys have an awesome day. It's been great sharing with you. Always an absolute pleasure. I'll be seeing you again next Friday. Who knows what we're going to have up our sleeve then, but I'll be seeing you next Friday at 11 a.m. in Vibe Time. All the best, and bye for now.